Hey guys, Ananas here once again with yet another Total War Warhammer 2 video. Today this is gonna be an army guide video for the Dark Elves. I've been playing this build for quite a bit, quite a few matches, and you might have seen in my previous video, my previous battle commentary, I was using this build against the Lizardmen, and gonna go through this build really fast and kind of give you guys what my thought was when I went to build up this army. So, using Malekith, I like to use him because of his spells, and the other generals are pretty good by themselves. Because I didn't bring any mage in this build, I wanted a Lord which can do both melee, in both melee and in terms of spells. So I went with Malekith. He's pretty expensive, as you guys can see, and I already took some of his spells off. If I didn't take them off, he'll be like 3800 gold. Most of the costs come from the dragon, the black dragon, but the dragon allows me to have this ability, Noxious Breath, which is a missile attack, and you can use it for 3 times, and it makes him more mobile as well. And yeah, pretty strong general overall. I've went through the spell in the previous video, but I'm going to show you guys again. So this is an active ability which increases my power recharge rate, power reserve rate at the cost of my life, some hit points. And then I have a chill wind ability. It's a wind ability for 3 seconds, causes damage and 24% slow for 5 magic. So this is a no-brainer. And then last but not least, I have a Soul Stealer, which is it causes damage to opponent and I'll absorb their hit points. Pretty standard over there. Pretty good stats overall. High damage, high melee attack, high melee defense. And then 4 units of Dread Spears here, really cheap units. And yeah, nothing much about them. Low attack, high defense, very high defense for how much they cost. An anti-large and a silver shield rating. And then I have the Black Art Corsairs. Dark Elves have quite a number of infantry, some pretty elite ones, but I wanted my damage to come from my missile units instead of the melee units. So Black Art Corsairs, pretty solid infantry unit, and pretty good stats for how much they cost. Pretty cheap as well. And then now for my main damage dealing unit, the Shades. These guys, man, I love these guys. They can be Vanguard deployed, and they have the Stalk ability, which enables them to be hidden in any terrain. So you can always fire off the first few volleys, and your opponent will not even know. And once you get the damage in, you can just run them back. They are pretty fast as well at 42 speed because of their low armor. And then they have 2 weapons as well, as I said before. And one is sword and one is the hand crossbow. So very high melee attack and pretty high melee defense. Very solid unit to send in once your main line engaged. Obviously you don't want to send them in just like that, because you want to make use of the missile, the armor piercing missile. 34 attack, 34 rating of missile damage, really high, and the range is really high as well. So you make sure you want to use at least half of your ammunition before you consider sending them in, and to make the full use out of them. There's a great sword variant, which obviously deals armor piercing damage, but I think that costs a little bit too much, and I bring 4 of these. I brought 4 of these guys, so if I went for the great swords, I'll have to take out one of my units over here. And then last but not least, I didn't go with the cavalry. They're pretty alright, but I didn't go with them. But last but not least, the War Hydra. I took this guy because he has a very high health and about 7000 alright armor, but the thing is, it has the regeneration ability as well as the missile, magic missile ability, and it shoots 5 fireballs because it has 5 hits. So I'll show you guys that in some of the battles if I have the chance to. And then this unique passive as well. If they have less than 50%, they will replenish more hit points for them, because obviously the Hydra, when you cut off 1 hit, another will grow. So basically this army, you want to use the main line to defend, or use the Shades to fire the first few volleys off, and maybe after that run back behind your line to continue doing damage, while you use Malekith to support, as well as the War Hydra to support once the enemy line has stuck with your main line. So you always want to keep your shades in a good position, and if you need them to engage in melee, you can send them in, unlike normal missile units, which is why I rely on them so much, because if an enemy chooses to send one of his cheaper units to engage, my shades, they will still hold their own before backup arrives. So this is a really quick army guide for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Do try it out and do let me think what kind of army builds you have with the Dark Elves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care guys.